everybody, my name is Chris and this will be my review for The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Now this film is directed by André. Øvredal. He's a Norwegian director. You may know his work from Troll Hunter, The Autopsies of Jane Doe, Scary Stories to Talk in the Dark, and The Last Voyage of the Demeter, known as Dracula, Voyage of the Demeter in some international markets. It's an adaptation of The Captain's Laws. It's a chapter from 1997, Bram Stoker's novel Dracula. In this film, we follow a doomed crew of the chief Demeter, who attempts to survive a 5-ocean voyage while being stalked by a vampire only known as Dracula. Now, this movie wasn't really on my radar until briefly it came out. I started to see promotion for it, I think probably by a month or two ago. That's where they really started promoting this one here, and I was actually really stoked to see this. And because it feels like a kind of a surprise movie, and it's not the one that I was fully anticipated until like a month ago. Now the film stars Hawkins, Ashley Franciosi, I'm sorry if I butchered that name, Leon Cunningham from Game of Thrones, and Dastmalchain, who was just in Oppenheimer, but who was in the movie. Now, after watching this movie, it's really good. I'll say that it was kind of exactly what I was expecting going into this. If I didn't know who was directing this film, I wouldn't have picked that at all. I don't know how much he had to say with the script, and I just wanted to go straight into my props and cons. But the film, as we said, the story of the Demeter is and its voyage from Carpathia to England. So we start off the film at the docks, basically, and it's the deck hands and the guys in charge of the crew, including the captain and the second man in charge, deciding which man in the docking yard will be part of the crew. And here where it steps forward our main character, Hawkins, who plays Mr. Clemens here, and he's really wants to go to London, and the story follows him as a doctor on board as evil approaches at night. Now the film does scratch an edge, and it definitely scratches an edge, and it's really powerful in its setting. Prop wipes, just set dressing, it has everything. It's got texture, it's got gray, it's got fire. I mean, it's kind of like a period piece. It really has all that kind of a piracy aspect at the sea, and they did that very well. And I had to say that the set design here is fantastic, but it's just like a film about Dracula. It's a very straightforward story, and I think they added really cool elements to that story, including the folklore, the way they talk about Dracula, and I thought it was really enticing and exciting. I really like the nugget of lore and just the way they describe him, and I thought it was really cool in this film. But I would say that the characters are very one-dimensional. They all have like one thing about them, and that's their whole personality. And that even goes with Clemens, who is the main guy here. He's like the doctor, and he's like once more out of line, and that's all you get. So I think this film serves a purpose in scratching that itch. It does so in a way that it just really delivers exactly what you want from like a Voyage story about Dracula, but it doesn't go any deeper than that. It's just a very simple watch, but in saying that, the gore was great, the tension in some parts was fantastic, and I would say that the film is a bit slow in between all the kind of horror aspects, but it's meant to be a weeks or months voyage, so it kind of makes sense. But I do really appreciate how far they go with the things that are here. It's a simple story, and they could even got away with doing less here. They really shocked me with the way they turned the horror up and how intense some of the situation they get in here. It's a very cool story, and it suits the setting as well, because you always hear about the cool scene, and I feel it was very cool the way it plays out, and I thought it was perfect because it kind of expect nothing, everything about kind of the set dressing and the kind of atmosphere it had. I do think it does itself a little disservice with how tight the shots were. I was kind of surprised watching this at the cinemas and see like some mid shots when we have this fantastic bow with the white sea to play with. Although some shots are beautiful, I feel like they could have done so much more with these landscapes, and I don't know if it was like a budget thing around shooting certain things, but I felt it should have been a little more theatrical and kind of made the middle a little bit more, and because of that, I would say that this film, I think you can watch it at home like without missing out too much. I mean, it got great texture, degree, but blowing it up on the big screen, especially when there's like a lot of like these mid shots, it's just like it didn't feel like you're missing out too much probably from watching it at home. And because it's such a simple story and you're not really missing anything throughout, like it's very obvious the direction is going through Dracula. I think that it will be fine if you watch it at home. Not saying that you need distractions or you will have distraction, obviously. Why always try to watch films without distraction, but I think this film will be fine if you waited to see on rental or buy it digital. Overall, I think it's a very satisfying watch, and if you are into gore and creature review, or it shows you a love there. And I think what they did, it was fantastic here, because as I say, sometimes the close shots they linger like a little bit too long, but I think they did really well with the other aspects here. I have like nothing to complain about the reviews. It was just like a really cool to see this kind of a Dracula in this way. It was like creepy and just really cool concept, and you're in for some gaps and some cool reviews and kind of a cool backstory set on a ship. And this one is worth to watch. I would say if you're looking to see something new in the theaters and related to horror, or just a fun watch and to be entertaining and has some really scary moments here, this one definitely. But like I said, I think some of the decisions with those shots, I think they could have made the movie a lot bigger, more theatrical experience. But I really like the creature design, and I know they try to use the CGI as minimum as possible. They try to use like more practical, and that really helps the movie. It helps sell this creature, this Dracula, and I think they did that very well. So like I said, it's a very good movie to watch, but not necessarily you have to like run to the theater to watch it. But if you decided to watch it at home on streaming, or it's a fantastic watch. So that's my review for the last Voyage of the Demeter. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.